Hey, howdy neighbors, David here. And Boondock Stallions, day 2 of 31 Days of Horror. We are doing Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I know I'm picking on Rob Zombie twice in a row, but it's wibbly wobbly. I wasn't planning on going with the Munsters and then Halloween 2, but Halloween 2 just popped itself up on my TV, and I was like, well, guess we're going there today. So here we are with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And before we get started on that, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel and go check it out. I've got a bunch of cool theories out there. My most recent Cobra Kai theory, and I say most recent Cobra Kai theory, I made the video almost 2 years ago, but it did come to being a fact instead of just a theory. And Tori is Kreese's granddaughter. Check it out. I'll put a link down in the comments once I'm done streaming because I can't talk and type. I can't. It's not going to happen. Anywho, okay, so first of all, before we talk about Rob Zombie's Halloween, let's talk about the absolute masterpiece that is Rob Zombie's Halloween and Rob Zombie's Halloween unrated director's cut. No matter which one you're a fan of, they are both just top-notch versions of the movie. They are everything you love about the entire Halloween franchise rolled into one and given that just Rob Zombie touch of The Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. He gets Halloween, and that first movie is, as far as I'm concerned, and I know me and my best friend Mark will fight about it later, but whatever. As far as I'm concerned, Rob Zombie's Halloween is the best in the series. It's not my favorite in the series. I'm a Jamie Lee Curtis fan, and I'm also a Danielle Harris fan, so I'm stuck somewhere between part 2, the original part 2, and parts 4 and 5. But Danielle Harris did come back for Rob Zombie's movie, so he gets bonus points for that. Now, having said that, we're going to talk about what went wrong with Halloween 2. Now, first things first. When they announced Halloween 2, I asked myself, didn't Laurie stand on his chest or sit on his chest and pull the trigger at point blank range directly into his face? Like, he should be dead, like dead, especially since they weren't going with the old supernatural story. He's just a regular guy. But alas, I answered myself, yes, he should be dead. So already I had an issue with Michael coming back, and then the movie picks up. Part 2 picks up literally where part 1 left off. Laurie has left the body and is walking the streets in complete shock and disarray, holding the gun, drenched in blood that's mostly not even her own. Leg broken, arm broken, just in super bad shape. And then you get to see Michael Myers' mask, and yeah, like gone. Like that whole side of the mask is gone, and his face is completely untouched. That's not how guns work. That's not how latex masks works. If latex masks protected your skin that well, cops would wear that instead of Kevlar, people. His face should be gone. Like imagine Travolta. No, Nicolas Cage. Face off. It should be gone. But it's not. The mask is gone. Yeah, like that whole part of the mask just falls off and dies. But, whatever. So they bring him back. Now, I hadn't watched the movie, like I said, all the way through since it was in theaters. It had been that long. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I remembered enough of it to be able to know that I didn't want to see it again. And so when I watched it yesterday, it was exactly as I remember it. And I can even fix that movie and have made it probably the best sequel. I know, pat myself on the back here, but it could have been one of the better sequels. I mean, Rob Zombie's capable of sequels. Did you see The Devil's Rejects? I mean, it's a combination of equal to and greater than its predecessor, House of a Thousand Corpses. So I know he's capable of doing sequels. And the fact that The Devil's Rejects is a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses, as they're two very differently filmed movies, but the style of the violence and aggression and horror that he chose is exactly the same. So it works itself out. Having said that, there was no need for Michael to be back. There was no need for any of this story to go on. And if the rumors are true, it said that Rob Zombie only made Halloween 2 because it was going to get made with or without him. And if that was the case, I probably would have taken the reins and wrecked it too, because that's how I roll. Also downhill, just in case y'all were wondering. But Rob Zombie. Okay, so it starts off, Laurie's having dreams, and she has a dream of being stuck in a hospital, which is a nice homage to the original Halloween 2, which takes place immediately after Halloween 1 and is set in a hospital. Excuse me. But then you find out that Laurie is also having dreams and flashes and episodes all over the place. And what's interesting about her episodes is if you pay attention to the movie, it sets it up to where Michael could, in fact, and should be dead. I thought it would have been a great reveal if Michael was dead the entire time and Laurie herself was the one responsible for the killings. I mean, the way the movie lined itself up, that whole dream sequence where she's escaping from Michael in the hospital after he got out of the wrecked ambulance and walked away, apparently still alive after that gunshot wound to the head. Ridiculous. But he walks away, and Laurie wakes up from the dream, and that right there means that it could have been just that, a dream and not a memory. So Michael could technically not have been alive. She was dreaming it. And any other time you see Michael throughout the movie, it's almost immediately followed by a scene of Laurie having an episode or waking up. So you could have played all of the Michael scenes as going on in the back of her head. And what would have set all of this off, and I'm sorry, I probably should have led with this, is the book. Dr. Loomis's book about Michael Myers and his family, revealing that Laurie is actually Michael's little sister, and her real name is Angel Myers, not Laurie Strode. If Laurie had gotten that book at the very beginning of the movie, right as the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary of what was happening or what happened was coming about, then that would have been enough to drive her over the edge and would have explained her having dreams that Michael survived, that Michael's alive, and Michael's coming to get her, and she's having all these paranoid delusions. And then at the end of the movie, when the police have got Laurie and Michael and her vision of young Michael and mom surrounded in that little shack, when Michael steps out, the big reveal was that it wasn't Michael. It was Laurie wearing the mask. They even have the scene where Laurie comes out wearing the mask. It is all set up in that entire movie to make Laurie the next Michael Myers. Like Michael Myers, yeah, dead. They would have found his body in a river or in a field or eaten by animals, anything like that. Michael should have actually been dead, and Laurie could have been the one that went insane after reading the book and approaching the anniversary of what happened the year before, and then went on a murderous rampage, killed all of her friends, and obviously attacked the sheriff's daughter because she would have been paranoid and thought that Annie knew that Laurie's real name was Angel and that she was Michael Myers' sister, and that her and her dad were conspiring to keep it from her, and that would have been her motivation to kill her. And Fanny's your aunt, Bob's your uncle, bingo, bango, bongo. That's how you could have fixed Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comments about that. Tomorrow, we will be doing Hellbound. Now, I did Hellraiser for 31 Days of Horror last year, and I am doing the current remake on Tuesday. Tuesday is absolutely going to be it. Yes, Tuesday is going to be a good day for live streaming. I'm getting my first of my subscriptions to Atlas Coffee. I'm not sponsored by them. They're not giving me any money. I'm giving them money. They're giving me product, but I am a coffee fiend, like fiend. Look at me. Fiend. And so I ordered a subscription to Atlas Coffee. That comes in on Tuesday by 4 o'clock. The movie will be on Hulu probably around 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm going to wait until later that night after my coffee's been delivered and it gets dark to turn off all the lights and watch the remake to Hellraiser. It looks amazing. The trailer is awesome. I love Pinhead's redesign, and I say Pinhead. We'll call her Hell Priest. Them Hell Priest. I don't know. I don't care. The Hell Priest looks amazing, and I love that they even managed to make the pins look more feminine on her head. I don't know if you've seen the picture, but I'll paint you one with my words. If you remember the original Hellraiser movies, Doug Bradley's makeup and pins were just your standard steel pins. The ones that our new Hell Priest has are the ones with the little pearl-like oval beads at the end, and they just add so much texture to the costume and the look. And she sounds amazing. She looks amazing. The trailer looks good. Hulu has not let me down yet, so we'll see how that goes. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes. Yes, in the live stream.